after forecasting, we'll be discussing the trend line options available in the model section of analytics tab. So when I talk about trends, these are basically used to predict the continuation of a certain trend of variable. They also help to identify the correlation between two variables by observing the trend in both the variables. I would repeat that. So it basically helps us identify the correlation between two variables by observing the trend in both of these variables simultaneously. So you will understand it better when we'll perform this in the Tableau workbook. So without much ado, let's move to our Tableau workbook. Over here, you can see I have plotted the relationship between the sales over a period of time in the last 4 years. And this is my sales line, which is just giving a pattern to me. It is showing the continuation of this trend. So this is incremental line. So it shows me that these sales of the products will be continuously increasing in the coming time as well. Now, if I would like to see the trend line corresponding to each category, I can place this category over color over here. So you can see corresponding to each category of the product, I am seeing a trend line. So for you to view it better, let me select one category at a time. So let me select furniture first. So for furniture, it's showing me that the sales would almost be the constant, the way they are right now. They'll be similar in this. And these are the R square and P square value for the trend lines. In terms of office supplies, if I say in office supplies, there would be an increase, although there was a dip in the 18 and 17 and 18, which was against the trend line. But moreover, you can say overall there would be an increase in the sales of office supplies. And then in technology, if I see, I'll say technology now. In technology also, I can see a straight upward trend. So in all of them, when we discuss about the sales, there is a positive trend. But instead of sales, let me replace the sales by profit, and then let's see what's the trend. Okay. Now, if I see in the profit, then over here you'll notice that in case of furniture, there is a negative trend. So they have the trend shows that in the coming future also the sales of the furniture are anyways going to go down, and the sales of technology and furniture are anyways going to go up. So if I am the manager of a store like Superstore, and we are to decide the strategy of sourcing the inventory for the next year sales, I would definitely like to remove the furniture category products from my list, because they are anyways not going to contribute much in the profit. They are anyways going to generate losses for me. So now let's see how to create these trend line graphs. So I'll remove this and we'll draw the trend line graphs from scratch. So first of all, let me plot these trend lines corresponding. Okay, let me first take this order date over here. Okay, and let me show you the profits. Okay, so these are the profits corresponding to the across the last 4 years. This is the profit trend. And if I would like to see it based in category, I can place the category over here. So across the category, if you see, furniture is giving me losses and other two are giving me profits. Now if I'll go to the analytics tab over here, and from here I can double click and create the trend line. Apart from using it from here, you can also go into the analysis and you can use the option of trend lines over here. They are one and the same. So I'll use trend line from here maybe. When I use the trend line over here, I can see these three trend lines of mine, and this line is clearly depicting that furniture is going to give me loss and others are going to give me profit. Now, if I would like to further deep dive into this trend line, what I'll do, I'll right click on this trend line. I'll go to describe trend lines model. Okay. So when I do this, I'll get the details corresponding to this trend line. So this is showing me that the model is significant, and the p-value is less than equal to 0.05. So a model which has p-value less than equal to 0.05 is considered to be significant. So, and these are all the stats corresponding to the profits generated by each of these categories. And these are the p-values, t-values, and other stuffs. So if you are a stats guy or a person who's good in machine learning or data mining, you'll understand these stats. So this is how we get to know the trend lines, the predictability and the accuracy of the trend lines. Now, if I want to do any other change in the trend line, I can do that. So I would right click on the trend line. I would say edit all trend lines. So I'm saying edit all the trend line. So this is giving me what kind of trend line do you want. Do you want a linear trend line? By default, we are seeing a linear trend line only. Now, if in case we, instead of linear trend line, we want a logarithmic trend line, I can do that. In case I want exponential trend line, I can select exponential. So you will see the moment I change the values over model type of the trend lines over here, the shape of the trend lines will change over here. If I would like to see a trend line which is exponent, which is polynomial, I can see the polynomial lines over here, and then I can show, I can say that whether I would like to see the tooltips or not. I would like to include fields as factors over here or not, and if I'm drawing a polynomial line, what degree of independence do you want? So I would like to use linear. Basically, in the graph, you either use linear or exponential. So I'm using linear and I'm doing okay. So this is how you can check the significance or the basic stats behind the trend lines by right clicking and going into the describe trend model like this. And if you would like to change the shape of the trend line, or instead of now instead of seeing the trend line which is linear in nature, if you'd like to see the trend lines in some other forms like exponential or logarithmic, you can right click on the trend line and go to edit all trend lines. So you can select the trend line you want. So that was it about usage of the trend lines and how to create them.